This is a bonus video this week, just because I like to take advantage of good behavior teaching points. And this is one of our Morelia bredli. His name is Ronon, and today is Saturday evening, April 4th, 2020. Ronon just ate last night, and he spent quite a long time out of his enclosure last night exercising prior to eating, and then he ate a meal, and this is his behavior tonight. And I know that it's quite common for snake keepers to recommend that you don't handle the snake and you let them rest and digest for 24 to 48 hours after they've eaten a meal. I let the snakes decide how active they want to be or not after eating. He is much more active, moving around more and demonstrating more stressful behavior by me leaving him in his enclosure right now than if I open it up and let him out. He wants out of that enclosure. He just ate last night. I'm not going to handle him, but I'm going to let him out because I feel like he's causing more distress to his system by edging and pacing the glass than he is now that I've opened the door. And he may sit here quietly for the next few minutes, for the next few hours. He may move a few feet away and perch somewhere and rest, but he's no longer exhibiting that stress behavior. He's no longer exhibiting that anxious behavior of pacing the glass and frantically trying to get out. And I feel like this is a lot healthier for him than leaving him in there for no other reason than he ate last night. So what? He ate last night and he wants out tonight. I'm gonna let him out because he is choosing to do that. And as you can already see, his physical activity is a lot less now that I've opened his enclosure door than it was when I was forcing him to stay inside. After resting on his enclosure threshold for a few minutes and investigating the general area around the desk, Ronon started to make his way along his normal route. And when I say normal route, on nights when he asks to come out, this is the route he takes around the room. He visits the enclosure next to him. He visits the next two enclosures after that. He sits on that cart that the enclosures are sitting on, and then he ends up on this activity station where he usually climbs around and perches, drapes, and rests for a while. Sometimes he gets in ambush position like he is tonight, and he'll stay there sometimes for several hours, and he will either put himself back in his enclosure when he's ready or I put him back. So Ronon has been sitting here for about 3 hours. And I have to go out and feed horses and other animals, so I'm going to have to make him go back because I won't be here to watch him. But he's just been there quietly since he left his enclosure a few hours ago. So I just put him back in his enclosure, and I think that allowing him out when he was so restless, allowing him to find a spot where he wanted to sit and perch or be in ambush position for several hours was a lot less stressful on him mentally and physically than struggling to get out of his enclosure all evening. And now he's likely to sit in here quietly for the rest of the night. Try to let it be their choice if they want to come out or not. And despite the fact that he had just eaten, he clearly wanted to come out. And he was much more relaxed after he had been allowed out of his enclosure than he was in his enclosure earlier this evening. And I think in the big picture that that is healthier for him.